Growing up, Samantha had always been a hopeless romantic. She dreamed of finding the perfect partner, settling down, and starting a family. After college, she thought she had found the one when she met Jack, a charming and successful businessman. For the first few years of their marriage, Samantha and Jack were inseparable. They went on vacations together, had date nights every week, and even started a business together. But as time went on, Jack started to become distant. Samantha tried to ignore it at first, but eventually, she couldn't deny that something was wrong. One day, Samantha discovered that Jack had been cheating on her with a coworker. She was devastated. How could he do this to her? She felt like her world had fallen apart. But as Samantha started to pick up the pieces of her shattered life, something strange happened. She found herself becoming attracted to one of her clients, a handsome and charming man named Ryan. Despite her guilt, Samantha started seeing Ryan behind Jack's back. At first, it was just a fling. Samantha told herself that she was just seeking revenge, that she was entitled to have some fun after what Jack had done to her. But as time went on, Samantha realized that she had fallen in love with Ryan. Samantha knew that what she was doing was wrong, but she couldn't help herself. She was addicted to the thrill of the affair, the excitement of being with someone new. She convinced herself that Jack had driven her to this, that he had pushed her into the arms of another man. But as Samantha's relationship with Ryan became more serious, she started to realize that she couldn't keep living a double life. She had to make a choice: stay with Jack and try to work through their problems, or leave him for Ryan and risk everything. In the end, Samantha chose Ryan. She left Jack and started a new life with him. But the guilt of what she had done haunted her. She knew that she had betrayed the man she had once loved, just like he had betrayed her. Now, years later, Samantha looks back on her life with a mixture of regret and acceptance. She knows that what she did was wrong, but she also knows that it was a necessary part of her journey. She learned the hard way that infidelity is a slippery slope, and that once you start down that path, it's hard to turn back. Carla and James had been married for 10 years, and their relationship seemed perfect. They had a beautiful home, 2 kids, and successful careers. However, behind closed doors, things were not as they seemed. Carla had been feeling neglected by James for some time, and their sex life had been almost non-existent for months. One day, while scrolling through social media, she reconnected with an old flame, Tom, who had always been there for her during tough times. They exchanged a few messages, and before she knew it, Carla was cheating on her husband. At first, she thought it was just a fling, something to spice up her life and get the attention she craved. However, as time went by, Carla began to realize that she was truly in love with Tom. They had an intense connection, and he seemed to understand her better than anyone else ever had. Carla was torn between her love for James and her passion for Tom, and she knew that she had to make a decision. James had no idea that his wife was cheating on him, and he continued to go about his life as usual. However, Carla could not keep her secret forever, and one day, she finally confessed to him. James was devastated by the news, and he could not believe that Carla had betrayed him in such a way. He was angry, hurt, and confused, and he didn't know what to do. For a while, the couple tried to work through their issues, attending therapy and trying to rebuild their relationship. However, it soon became clear that the damage had been done, and James could not forgive Carla for her infidelity. They decided to separate, and Carla moved in with Tom. At first, Carla was thrilled to be with Tom, and she thought that they would live happily ever after. However, she soon began to realize that their relationship was not as perfect as she had imagined. Tom had his own issues and insecurities, and he was not always there for Carla when she needed him. She began to miss James and the life they had built together, and she started to regret her decision. Years went by, and Carla and James continued to live separate lives. They both dated other people, but they never forgot about each other. They remained in touch, sending occasional messages and meeting up for coffee from time to time. They both knew that they still loved each other, but they were afraid to take the risk and try again. One day, Carla received a message from James, asking her to meet him at their favorite restaurant. She was nervous but excited, and she agreed to go. When she arrived, James was there, looking more handsome than ever. He took her hand and looked into her eyes, and Carla knew that he still loved her too. They talked for hours, reminiscing about their past and imagining their future together. In the end, they decided to give their relationship another chance. It was not an easy road, but they were both willing to put in the work to make it work. They moved back in together, and over time, they fell in love all over again. Today, Carla and James are happier than ever, and they have never been closer. They have learned from their past mistakes and have grown together as a couple. They know that infidelity is never the answer, and they are grateful for the second chance they were given.